choke that frog. Look at this thing. Got that frog down his throat. You guys saw that fish catch that came on this white hot popper. This is a great frog, open water in the springtime when these fish move up to spawn. What we're doing here is we're targeting the edges of hydrilla, really edges of spawning areas, popping this guy out there, letting it sit. The key with this bait is you don't want to overwork it. You don't want to work it fast. You want to pop it, let it sit. Pop it, let it sit. Maybe a couple pops, let it sit. But you want to get it around the edges. You know, a lot of guys think of frog, heavy cover, up in the grass. This guy here works best open water. So pop that guy along. Just caught that nice fish on the edge, open water over here next to some hydrilla. Throwing that on 65-pound braided line. It's key to throw the right line, because if you don't, you can, I mean, even though it's braid, if you're throwing 40, 30, you know, even 50, you can break that line on the hook set, because it's usually pretty, you know, stout hook sets, heavy hook, and you got to have that heavy line. So the cool thing about the hot popper is this frog, I don't know if you guys can tell, it's hard to tell because it's white, but this thing has been chomped I don't even know how many times. I mean, its eyeballs are getting rubbed off, its nose is all rubbed off. It's probably been eaten like 30 times, and I mean, as you can see, it's still, you know, good. It's a great frog, real durable, you know, good line tie, good connection point, mouth pops really, really well. Something about that mouth gives it a nice splooshing sound. You know, some frogs out there, they kind of just spit. This one really makes a good popping noise. These hooks are angled up, as you can see, and they're not, a lot of frogs, they point in. These ones out of the box point straight, which is a really key thing with a frog, because when those hooks are straight, they penetrate really, really well, and when they're pointing up, they grab the roof of the mouth of the fish, and you get a really good hookup percentage, and they fit perfectly to the mold of the body. The other thing I do is I cut these legs down real short, as you guys can see. A lot of times this time of the year when these fish are spawning, they'll nip at those legs. When you cut them down short like that, they don't have a chance to do that. So a little modification, get you more bites.